you doing?
Shit!
You done? You ready? We have to talk about EA.
Oh boy.
I'm excited.
Sports!
They started with Battlefront. They started with Star Wars Battlefront.
Which was mostly production diary kind of stuff and like concept art.
Pretty much.
And you know what, that was cool to see, but I really think they should have at least showed us like a tiny bit of something.
A little bit of gameplay would have been nice.
Because it's been like how many years? Like a couple of years now since it was like properly.
No, I think it was last year's E3 that they announced it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, shit. Then it's not coming out for a while.
Probably not. It's I expect 2015 at the earliest for sure.
It's gonna be a fun year.
But I mean, you know, everybody loves Star Wars Battlefront.
But
as far as I know. So.
Let's talk about what you really want to talk about.
Dragon Age Inquisition. They showed the High Dragon fight, which is a very clever way for them to show gameplay and still show the least amount of gameplay possible. Because there isn't a lot going on during a High Dragon fight.
It was, you know what, I haven't played Dragon Age since Dragon Age Origins, and I gave up like halfway through because I got trapped in an area. So I've no frame of reference. I've got to go back and play it again, I guess. But
yeah, another Mass Effect.
Which was also
it was just like way to cheat. You just showed concept art and then played that music. You know the music if you played the game. You know what music I'm talking about there. It's just like Mass Effect, but then you think about it and you realize, wait, they didn't tell us anything.
No,
they didn't tell us anything that we didn't already know.
All they really said was Mass Effect is a thing.
Mass Effect, remember that? That exists. Yeah, we're doing that.
It's like if Gabe Newell came on stage and he was like Half-Life 2.
It's still out. You can still play it.
Yeah.
There was some mention of a new BioWare IP.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows what it is.
I fell asleep during that part, so this is bait.
I can only I was watching that entire conference. I don't remember them ever mentioning it. All I've heard is other people.
Oh right, okay.
People it could just be everybody trying to fuck with me.
Could just be bullshit.
Could be bullshit. Bullshit. So then there was some Sims 4. I don't know. Have you ever played any Sims games? I've never.
Do you remember? For the GameCube, I had Sims Busting Out, which is about your Sim moving out of his parents' house, which coincidentally I started playing when I was 18. So, my mom got me that. Yeah. That was the last Sims game I played, and all I used to do was trap. You had to share the house. You couldn't just build your own house. You had to share the house with someone.
Yeah.
So I used to trap my roommate in like a doorless room, and like they would drown in their own piss.
Wow. So how about Mirror's Edge 2 though?
I was more excited about the Mirror's Edge 2 concept art than I was about the game itself. They showed me tiny bits.
They showed little bits.
Which was more like, you know what, it looked identical, but I'm not saying that in a bad way. I mean, you can't really...
It's hard to tell. It's early in the game.
Yeah, so. But at the same time, I'm not using that as a criticism. I mean, I know that Mirror's Edge has a look that
has a look, and it's gonna look the same, obviously, but I guess it's like...
But there are wee differences, and we didn't really need to see, like, alpha footage. Like we were, because that was essentially what that was.
Yeah, I mean, I can if you'd show that to me and been like, this is Mirror's Edge 1, I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, I'm excited. I enjoyed the hell out of Mirror's Edge 1. I played it Christmas 2010 when my parents also got me Splatterhouse, which was the worst Christmas I've ever had.
Because that Splatterhouse gave you a headache, didn't it?
No, Splatterhouse actually made me ill.
Oh yeah.
Because it was like predominantly greens and reds, the palette, and my colorblindness, it just fucked with me. So I was violently sick for like 4 days in a row.
Exactly the perfect concoction of colors to completely ruin you.
Yeah.
So there's a new racing game from Criterion.
Dawngate.
So there's Dawngate, which as far as I'm aware is out. Like, you can play it now.
You playing it right now? Imagine if they were playing it right now.
You could literally be playing it while you watch this video. Why is it at E3? Was it a beta that's out?
I thought it was an expansion.
I have no idea.
Actually, you know what? I say that was just a fucking guess. Because why else would it be at E3 if it wasn't for an expansion?
Yeah,
why are they showing DLC at E3?
I was about to say, there was a lot of DLC this year.
There was Infamous First Light.
We have to talk about that later, though.
Oh, yeah.
This is EA. We're talking about EA.
We're talking about EA. So
the thing about EA is, well, sports.
Football.
Your sports are more sports than ever before.
And my favorite bit...
You wanted to talk about FIFA, yeah?
FIFA, okay, here's the thing. I have a good friend of mine who's a massive FIFA fan. So if I start slagging it, which I'm about to, I feel like I'm going to lose a friend. But you know what? It's worth it. I understand that whole model that they use. I understand that they have to release a game every year, maybe every couple of years, because there's an updated roster. They might have some tweaks in the mechanics. But when one of your features of the new FIFA is intuitive ball control, Idris Elba said 3 times.
Oh yeah.
That football is the greatest drama on earth.
Idris Elba, a man who himself personally has starred in many dramas more powerful than football.
I think you should stop. There was also ice hockey.
There was some hockey. There was a little football. You can now tackle like real good.
Which makes me think, what did it used to be?
Was it that hard?
Did you throw your control at the fucking screen?
So what I wanted to talk about in the sports was the golf.
I missed this.
The thing about the golf was they made
Hang on. The bands are coming.
Shut the fuck up!
Dealt with. Golf.
So your man comes out and he starts talking about we've crafted golf without limits. The tagline was golf without limits, right?
Yes, it was, wasn't it?
And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, what limits? What was stopping you before from making your golf even more like golf? I guess one of the limits was that before it was really hard to program a battleship crashing through your golf course. Now we can. Next gen is here.
New Battlefield game.
New Battlefield Hardline. It's called Battlefield Hardline. What do you want to say about it? Because I have some things to say.
This doesn't feel like a game that they're releasing. This feels like a wee bit.
It feels like an extra mode.
Yeah. It really does. This is fucking Bad Boys 2, the game.
It's cops and robbers. It's a game that they've made that's cops and robbers, and they've decided to call it Battlefield because Battlefield will sell. But also because it's Battlefield, they have to have buildings falling down, even though it makes no sense for that much collateral damage because of a bank heist. It just looks like Battlefield 4, but worse. Pointless.
Yeah.
Who's it for? They're still fixing Battlefield 4, from what I understand.
Yeah, that game has not died yet, and it won't die for at least a good couple of years.
No,
COD 4, Modern Warfare, hasn't died yet. The first Modern Warfare, and that's a great game.
That's probably because that's the one that's good.
Yeah. EA.
What's your score?
I'm gonna give it like a 6. Solely for Dragon Age, Mass Effect.
They had some good stuff, and people care about sports.
Yeah, I guess if you're a sports guy,
I'd give it I guess a 6 is a fine.
6.
Fine score, whatever. Could have been better, could have been worse, could have been worse, could have been Ubisoft. Next time!
Right now,
from